Hey, YouTube. Well, I decided I would give you guys an update over my the Ropp Bussang that I got yesterday. Um, I just finished smoking my clay with some Sutliff CD blend, which I like that one a good amount. Uh, CD blend is something that I could actually smoke on a daily basis. It does give you a little bit of tongue bite if you do smoke it too quickly, though. So I particularly like it in a clay because I know that I have to smoke it slowly. Anyway, so here's the result of the pipe. Um, it has been as best as I could. I tried to ream the inside of the pipe fire source. I really got to start carrying a flashlight around here if I'm going to be doing this type of shot work. But let's see if I can do it this way. So as you can see, it is it's not perfect, but the reason it's like that is because this pipe has been heavily smoked. This has been this Ropp has been really heavily smoked compared to the previous two that I've owned. But just because of that, I did manage to get it down to the bare wood. And even though it's not perfect from the inside, it's not perfect from the inside. I didn't do that because I don't use I don't really ream the inside of the I don't really use a reamer for the inside of the pipes. I more or less like to use just a blade to scrape out whatever cake is in there, and then I hit it with these wire brushes, which I really find fondness for. Like this one has been, you see, that one's been thoroughly used. But I use these wire brushes because, especially these brass ones, because unlike the stainless ones, because the brass is a little softer. It's not gonna wear away the inside of the pipe. It's just gonna remove just the cake. So I got that down to the bare wood. It's uneven from the inside, just for the years of smoking it. Probably from the century of smoking that this pipe has endured. I did fashion a new button for it, as you can see there. It turned out pretty well, actually. I'm very pleased with how this button came out. I used tried to copy it as best as I could to the other Ropp that I have. That one has its original button, so I tried to use that button as an example, as well as sort of what was left of the original piece. This was the original button. As you can see how severely that has been bitten through. So I cut that piece off, fashioned a new button for it. Now it looks pretty good. The antler, which unfortunately doesn't show up on this video, has a very nice grain to it, which is just very nice. The most difficult thing of this pipe was the screw, and let me show you what I ended up doing. Nah, it's really tight now, but so this is the original screw. What I did with the screw here is I just cleaned up the treads. Just took a little blade and I just cleaned out just the inside of the treads just to remake them. And actually what I ended up figuring out was that around the edge here there was a piece of cloth, which I don't know if I have any remnants of that cloth somewhere thrown here on my work table. No, I don't have the cloth anymore. I guess that just disintegrated because it pretty much disintegrated when I peeled it off. But I believe there was someone at one point, since this tread had just worn out, put a piece of cloth in there to try and, get a little bit of tension, and that just affected the screw even more. So basically, I redid the tread on the screw, made it nice and clean, and originally I was going to, and here's how I fixed this pipe by pure accident. Originally, I was going to remake the treads, but I was going to get a piece of a little make a cherry dowel, and using some of this polypropylene plastic, or no, not polypropylene. I forgot what the specific name of this plastic is, but it's the stuff that they use for milk cartons. But it also works for crafts and everything. Originally, I was going to use this. I melted it down, and I put it inside the treads of the horn here. So I was going to try and make a replica of the treads of the horn and make a new screw. But what ended up happening was that the plastic got stuck to the treads. And I thought, oh no, that's not good. Then I thought, let me put some more of that plastic inside and see what happens. So I put a nice thin coat of the plastic on there. And then what I basically did was I screwed this on when the plastic was still a little hot. And basically adjusted the treads on the inside so that they'd fit exactly with the original treads of the pipe. So now, see, now that it lines up perfectly. It was very loose. It was off to the side because the treads weren't uneven anymore. And I believe the treads on the horn is what ended up wearing out, not the treads on the cherry. So I remade the tread, and with that, I kept the original. Screw on the pipe, and I kept the original stem. So that worked out very nice. And that, like I said, that was by pure accident. It's very good. This is gonna be a great pipe. I can't wait to try this. I'm done for the day. I'm very tired, so I'm not gonna be smoking anything anymore. But this is a deep bowl as well. So I'm gonna go now. I'll bid you farewell. I'll see you later.